Months ago, Peter Parker died inside the old and broken body of Dr. Octopus. But on that very same day, across town in the Columbia University Medical Center, two patients coincidentally wake up from their respective comas. One patient in the coma ward is just beginning to show increased brain activity. However, her breathing is erratic, and the reading on the OR scan is showing that there is something wrong with her heart. Down the hall lies another woman, a woman who somehow called in her own coma. Her name is Julia Carpenter, and she is Madam Webb, and she has screamed herself awake with a new vision. The Great Web is coming undone. Soon, so soon, every spider, all the spiders, will die. It has certainly been a long week for the hospital. First, Julia arrived there, unidentified. Then, Norman Osborn's body went missing, and now this. A medical team rushes the first woman, who is slowly waking from her coma, into the operating room. They remove blood that is accumulating in her lungs over time, and surprisingly, her eyes begin to open. The doctor, excited, tells the woman that the surgery was a success. She has been asleep for a long time, and her muscles are atrophied. She might find it hard to move, or even to speak. The woman manages to mumble out a question. Otto Octavius, where is he? I need to know. Is he? This causes the doctor to raise an eyebrow. Why is the woman asking about Doc Ock? It's all over the news. He just died. This information causes the woman to cry out in distress. She flails on the hospital bed in order to free herself. Elsewhere, in the present day, Spider-Man swings across Midtown Manhattan. You're going to kill me, he apologizes into his phone. I'm running late, aren't I? Just a little, Slick. Anna Maria chuckles from the other side of the call. I promise I shall be there presently, and this time, my dear Ms. Marconi, dinner is on me. Anna tells Otto, that's not a plus, Peter. I love cooking. It feels weird having someone else make me dinner. Like letting them share my toothbrush. Otto freezes. Was that a euphemism? Parker would know, but Otto's not good at these things. You still there? Anna asks. What's the matter, Slick? Cat got your tongue? At that moment, Otto stumbles upon the black cat, sneakily exiting a building through a window leading to its rooftop. I'll call you back, Otto tells Anna. Something's come up. Black Cat sees Spider-Man and smirks. Oh, along came a spider. And here I thought tonight was going to be all work and no fun. Felicia Hardy, aka the Black Cat, Spider-Man announces as he lands. Black Cat's smirk almost breaks into a smile. Why so formal, lover? Long time, no. Before Felicia can finish, Spider-Man springs forward and punches her square in the face. Black Cat stumbles backwards, slips off the building, and falls to the ground. A tooth! She gasps, blood dripping from her lip. You cost me a tooth! What the hell are you doing? Spider-Man jumps off the rooftop, apprehending a criminal. I'm Spider-Man. This is what I always do. Black Cat pops her claws. She is in sheer disbelief. They always had a way of dealing with things. A dance. A back and forth. But that was in the past. Otto must also leave things in the past. As Dr. Octopus, he's tried to kill this woman more than once. But it's different now. Otto fights for justice. He does what needs to be done, all to make this world a better place. The fight is short. Spider-Man is able to get the advantage by kicking Black Cat across the jaw and webbing her against the nearby building. There, that should hold you, he says, turning to leave. I've alerted the authorities. They should be here within the hour. Otto gets a safe distance away before resuming his call with Anna Maria. Sorry about that, honey. I'm on my way. No, it was nothing. Otto arrives at Anna Maria's apartment. She honestly thought he was going to be late. But let's just say Otto's trying to make up for lost time. Otto reaches out his hand and quickly escorts Anna Maria to the rooftop. Easy, Slick. Little person, tiny legs. Slow down, she says, attempting to keep up with his pace. Otto cannot help himself. The two arrive on the apartment rooftop, and Otto presents Anna Maria with a picnic in mid-air, safely held in place by Spider-Man's webbing. Anna, trust me, I've spent a lifetime going slow, plotting, planning, biding my time. While I'm young, while I have this chance while I'm with you, I shall not waste a single moment, and I will make every one of them special. Anna Maria takes off her heels and steps onto the webbing. One of the perks of designing tech for Spider-Man. Nice. We'll have to eat fast though. Doesn't this stuff go away in an hour? Not anymore, Otto smirks. I improved on the formula. This batch stays up independently until I activate a dissolving agent. I always try to keep improving. Trust me, Pete, you do. Every time I see you. That's about to be a lot less though, isn't it? Tomorrow, you present your thesis. You'll be a doctor soon, and you won't be around the campus anymore. On to bigger and better things. Otto digs into his jacket pocket. True, that's why tonight I have a proposal for you. Talk about moving fast, Slick, Anna says, averting her gaze. Oh, Anna Maria, no, I meant a business proposal. He removes a card from his jacket and hands it to her. Parker Industries. Here, it's a bit premature, but I've had these made up. I'm applying for a business loan tomorrow. With my association with Horizon ended, I've decided to forge ahead on my own. And I can think of no one else I'd rather have working by my side every day. The next morning, at the Columbia University Medical Center, Aunt May giggles to her husband, J. Jonah Jameson, Sr., about her nephew, Peter's good news. Peter is going to have his own company. She can't stop thinking about it. And with the Parker name, Ben would be so proud. Her only concern is how much collateral Jay is putting up for Peter's loan. Jay tells May to think of it as an investment. And it's not just from him. It's from both of them. Peter is his family too. At that moment, Miss Wynn, Aunt May's physical therapist, finishes with her last appointment. Even though they are running a little bit late, Aunt May asks Miss Wynn if it's okay that they cut the session a little short. Today is a big day after all, and they have a very special appointment to keep. Later, May and Jay meet Otto at the New York City Bank. With him is Sajani Jaffrey. Thank you again, Jay. I know this is a sizable loan, but you won't regret it. Parker Industries is going to change the world and pay you back tenfold at least. Aunt May scolds Peter for his boldness. She always taught him pride goeth before a fall. Jay grabs the pen and signs the document in front of him. May, for as long as I've known him, Peter's been unassuming and soft-spoken. If he has this much confidence about this, I'll take it as a good omen. Good man. Now, Ms. Jaffrey, he hands her the pen. My future vice president, ready to share the risk and the rewards? Sajani scribbles down her name. Parker, you are one arrogant little twit. But I've seen your work. You're almost as good as me. Here we go. Ugh. Every nut I've squirreled away. Okay, your turn. Otto signs his name. He has invested everything Peter owns for this. Everything outside his hidden account as Otto Octavius. This must all be above board. Otto is carving out a new legacy for himself as Peter Parker. There can be no ties to his former life, and no room for error. Elsewhere, in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn, within the apartment of Officer Carly Cooper, Carly and the captain, Yuri Watanabe, discuss the evidence they found overseas. It doesn't seem like Carly has some crazy theory on her hands anymore. She's got evidence now. However, Yuri reminds her the evidence was obtained from questionable sources and under duress. But Carly doesn't care. She isn't taking the evidence to court. She's taking it to the Avengers. A paper trail showing that Spider-Man's funding himself with Doc Ock's secret offshore accounts. That should get their attention. With that, Carly has no more need for the help of Yuri, and by the extension, the Wraith. But she is going to have to do one more thing before turning in the evidence. She picks up her phone. Hello? MJ? You there? Pick up. It's Carly. This is important. When you get this, call me, okay? Until then, whatever you do, for your own sake, stay away from Peter Parker. And keep May and the others away too. I'll explain later. Gotta go. Just promise, wherever you are, you'll play it safe. Later, Otto and Anna Maria walk through the ESU campus, making their way to the conference room so that Otto can present his thesis. Anna is excited, but Otto proves to be rather composed. Unbeknownst to her, he has been here before. He stands before a small delegation of scholars, the dean, and Dr. Lamaze, and explains, with this new form of nanotechnology I've developed, the human brain will be able to control both internal and external mechanical appendages, from operating exoskeletons in deep space to manipulating artificial and once ailing limbs. The dean, for one, commends Otto. My word, that's revolutionary, Mr. Parker. Don't you think so, Dr. Lamaze? The doctor grunts. It's definitely a one-of-a-kind idea, Dean Goldman. Thank you, Don, Otto chides. Now, what say we open the floor for questions? For 2 hours, Otto has them in the palm of his hand. By the end, there's no doubt they are witnessing greatness. Otto's genius will let the lame walk again and extend mankind's grasp out into the heavens itself. This is the future for Dr. Peter Parker. And it's only fitting it begins with a round of applause. As the presentation ends, Dr. Lamaze slams his hands on the table in front of him and stands to his feet. Oh, stop that. We're not done here, he says, successfully ceasing the celebration. I have one last question for our Mr. Parker. Do you take me for a fool, Parker? Otto steps backwards. What? What are you on about, Lamaze? You thought I wouldn't recognize the basic concepts, theories, or designs. This isn't your work at all, Peter. You, sir, have stolen the life's work of my good friend, the late Dr. Otto Octavius. Good God, Otto says under his breath. Everything here is derivative, plagiarized, and lifted from my dear colleague's unpublished research. Papers I am familiar with intimately. Deny that if you can. Otto is trapped. There's no way he can. I need some time, he stutters. It won't help, Lamaze boasts. You're done, Parker. Finished. Forget your doctorate. I'll see you expelled. In fact, I'll see you're made a laughingstock of the entire scientific community. Later, in a shady part of town, a woman arrives at a back alley entrance of a long abandoned building. The woman was in a coma for some time, and Dr. Wynn has been helping her with her physical therapy since she has awoken. But she doesn't need help anymore. She's back on her feet, and there's work to be done. She's been very motivated. The woman slides a panel on the back alley doorway and finds a keypad. The computer system turns on and takes a moment to scan the woman. She's successfully identified as Angelina Brand Kale, lab assistant to one Dr. Caroline Trainer. Angelina enters the building and boots up the holographic telepresence machine. Luckily, her backup system is still online. All the system needs is Angelina's new mission parameters. Angelina slides on a VR visor, and a duplicate, hard light construct version of herself atomizes before her. There is only one mission for Angelina now. One goal. What she does now, she does in the memory of the only man she's ever loved, Otto Octavius. Angelina swears on Otto's name that she will avenge him and kill this so-called superior Spider-Man.